Hola, mi amigos. Yo soy St.Christopher. This is the Writer's Block, a book review show where I tell you if a book is good enough that I would recommend it to a friend, or so bad that I would chop it in half with an axe. Today on the Writer's Block, The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. So this is a very aptly named book because this book has a lot of stars and it also has a lot of faults. It starts off with a girl. What is her name? There's a girl named Hazel who's hooked up to an oxygen tank, and she is sucking at being a high schooler. She's going to these meetings where she meets a boy named Augustus Waters, and he only has one leg. He lost it from cancer and metaphorically sticks a cigarette in his mouth to scream at the world, "I'm edgy." Hazel is obsessed with a book called An Imperial Affliction, and it is her wish to understand what happens after the book actually ends, except the author is a recluse who has moved to the poppy fields of the Netherlands and refuses to answer any letters. Augustus actually manages to contact someone within the writer's inner circle, and together they go and try to find the answers, using Augustus's Make-A-Wish to get them both flights to Amsterdam. This is a very fun book for the first half. It is a young romance, and I don't mind the edginess of someone putting a cigarette in their mouth and going, "It's a metaphor," or how stupid their names are. Hazel Grace, Augustus Waters. Fuck yeah, make them even stupider for all I care. I love the pacing of this book, where all of a sudden, now they're on a whirlwind trip to go try and find out how this book continues by going to the writer's house. They fly to a different country, and then they meet the writer. And he is this drunk recluse who's very rude, who can't actually give them the answers, and it's a flip on their perspective of what they thought they would find. Up until this point, it is a pretty fun, fast-paced novel. And then we visit the Anne Frank house, and what a disaster. In the Anne Frank house, Hazel has to climb the stairs with her oxygen tank, and then her and Augustus Waters share a kiss. And then the stupidest line in the entire book happens, where John Green goes, "And then everybody applauds." Really? It feels like a gigantic speed bump that takes you out of this already absurd story. I'm on board with everything that's happening, but then they kiss in the Anne Frank house and they're surrounded by a bunch of people, and we're supposed to believe everyone just stops what they're doing and is like, "Fuck yeah, teenagers making out." Not only that, but then they kiss again, and she goes "And everybody applauded again." It's just too big of a speed bump. It's one of the stupidest things I've ever read. And from there on, the book drags along. It's people dealing with cancer, so they start dying off. And then eventually we get to the end of the book. Here's my big question. Can John Green finish a novel without having a character write down their opinion in a strongly worded essay and then declare it to the world? It's how every single one of his books, it's a very annoying trope, and it sucks because I've already seen it before. It's like John Green can only write one type of novel, and then he just kind of switches what kind of outfit the novel is wearing. So this book does not make it off the block.